Ladies and gentlemen, it is day 3. We didn't work on the RZR yesterday because we had other stuff to do, but we are going to pick up where we left off with the clutch today, the clutch kit. Like we said, we do have the IBEXX Stage 2 clutch or a clutch kit. So we do have to remove the clutch cover or belt cover, whatever you want to call it. That's a bunch of 8. Take them off. You remove the hose clamp on top. That's what I usually do. And then just take off the whole thing. Then we do have to remove the secondary. And then I think on the primary, we only remove the cover. Hopefully it all comes out right and we don't mess up our RZR. So I'll go ahead and take the cover off right now. So we have reached this portion of it. We did take off the cover. To remove the secondary, we use a 10 millimeter, an impact and a 10 millimeter. These are 10 millimeters as well. It's 2, 4, 6. If I read it correctly, you have to remove 5, and on the 6th one, hold it because it will have some pressure, and then you remove it. And this cover comes off. There's a spring in there that you remove, and then your weights, feet, I believe they're called, they go on each one with the magnets. This one has a spring as well, and you do need a compression tool. I thought about using a long screw for it with just a nut on the end to compress it with 2 big washers, but the tool was like $30. So hopefully it works, because I did read some reviews that after I bought it that said that the tool didn't work for them because the diameter of the bolt was too big for these clutches. So we'll see right now. And then if you guys remember, previously we went to Glamis for New Year's and the tool that goes in there did get messed up. We did try using it again out here. We bought a replacement at Amazon and unfortunately it didn't work as well. So I did buy a tap set so we could tap it, hopefully clean up the threads, but if not, we'll just remove it this way. Even out there, just remove the secondary and you're good to go. So let's get started with that. Then there are some shims in here. I believe it's 3 of them. Might have lost one already. I know it's 3 of them. I've taken this off before. Oh, there's the 3rd one. So it's 3 little shims. Don't lose them. Those are to, I believe it's to adjust your or align your clutch. So then there's your secondary. I would clean it and scuff it up while I'm here, which I am going to do. I move it to the side. I do need a new belt as well. The day we ran the RZR with just the tune, it did slip. So I'm pretty sure that belt is gonna go out soon, but that's how you remove the secondary. The primary, I believe you only remove this cover. You can remove the sheaths, but you take off this bolt, and I heard it's kind of a hassle. It's easier just to remove the cover off of this primary one, the outer sheath, and do it that way. All right, so this is the tool we picked up. We picked it up off of Amazon. Like I said, it was like $30 or $40. I'll just link it down below just to show you guys the tool. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The clutch is supposed to slide in here. Oh no, I got it backwards. It's supposed to slide like this. I believe we have 3 bolts that we have to remove to be able to take the, I think it's called the helix on the bottom. All right, so here we go. We took off the washer and the nut. Take the outer sheath. Then you do have this full of dust. This is for, I think it's like a retainer washer for your spring. IBEXX does recommend you check. You have a 160, 260 spring. And then you have the helix. That's what this is called, the helix. Put it to the side. Now you bring the new Big Daddy helix, branded IBEXX blue. Not sure what that is. IBEXX. Put that down. Then comes with the stronger spring, gold spring. Put that on there. It's all in reverse now. I am going to match. It has where the other one ended, so we will be matching that part. Not sure if you have to, but I'm going to. Right there. Center it in. Then you bring this back out. I don't know if it has a certain way it has to be. Oof, that spring is tight. And this time we're using 2 washers. The nut, and I'll speed through this up to where we're aligning the holes. Try to match the holes as much as possible. That way you don't struggle so much afterwards to turn it. All right, now we're gonna line up the bolts. We're gonna first, just make sure. All right, let's get a torque wrench, torque them down. So I believe they do go to 32 foot-pounds of torque. Oh, 32 right there, 32.
32 right there.
Now we are going to work on the secondary. Those are the weights, if you can see, or the claws, I guess they're called. I'm not sure what they're called, but those are it right there. You use an Allen and socket back here. I'm not sure what socket. It's probably gonna be a 10. Then you're only supposed to rotate it that way, which is counterclockwise. For the Allen, it is a 1/8, and then for the bottom, it's a 10. Get some good lighting in here. Beautiful. Huge shout out to Ulsa Tools. They sent this light out to us. All right, let's pry it out. There's the first one. And we just have to do this 3 times. So I'll go ahead and grab the other claw weight, whatever, put it to my specifications, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, for my specifications, first hole has to have 2, second hole 1, third hole 1, and then fourth hole, which is closest to the tip, is 2 again.
You sure about that?
These are the magnets. These are the 2s. These are the 1s. Oh, really strong magnets. Let's fit 1 in there. There's 1. That's the 2. Here's the 1. Do another 1. Gotta be careful because they do get stuck on each other and they're pretty hard to come out. Here we have another 1. Then we're gonna put the double over here. There we go. Then I'm pretty sure you have to poke it with something. That way they sit all the way down. All right, so I'm pushing them with a zip tie, and you can hear when they clip on the bottom part, and they're seated all the way down. There it is. That's our first one. All right, so after we ran our weights through there, weights are all over the place over here now. We're gonna put our bolt through there. Let's wiggle it through. Yep, sticking it on the bottom part. There it is. And I believe this go torque to 21 inch-pounds. So let's get our 1/4 inch torque ratchet and or torque wrench, and we'll be right back. Get our 20 inch-pounds. All right, like I said, that's the first one. We have to do 2 more. So I'll go ahead and do them, and I'll be back with you guys in the blink of an eye. All right, so after the first one, the next 2 were way easier. So we already got all 3 weights installed. Now, so as you can tell, there's an X on that right there. There is also an X on this. You are supposed to match them, just like that. We're going with the gray spring. It's supposed to give you more bite. That's the one we're doing. Oh, not bad. Put some weight into it. You'll be good. Let me put another one on this side. All 6 bolts. Now we'll have to torque them down. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and tighten up these bolts for the cover. They go torque to 15 foot-pounds. I should probably push them in all the way and then tighten them, huh? Or torque them down afterwards. 15, and we tighten them in a cross pattern. That way we don't warp the cover. There it is, 15 foot-pounds across all 6 of them. So we have primary back on. Let me see the outer. Oh, there it is. Let's go ahead and put our belt back on. I always put my belts with the letters reading towards me. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys do too. And if you don't, it's a good practice you do, because mostly everybody does that. So if someone else is helping you out with your belts, it's good to have it in the direction that, I don't know if it's universal, but that most of us universally do. Now let's go ahead and put our bolt and shims back on. 3 little shims. There they are. Our bolt and washer. Let's give it a couple ugga-uggas. There we go. It wasn't seated all the way back, but now it is. Let's go ahead and spin it forward just to run it on the edge. Always do this. Okay, now I am going to set you guys a little further away and go ahead and start the RZR. See if we hear anything funny or anything happens. God willing, everything is good with it. No issues. The other issue we did have is we had that light for our check engine light, and it's for a brake. Primary looks good. Primary is looking good. Let's engage it. So it engaged, but I'm noticing it's starting to spin a little. I don't know if that's normal or not. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably move my truck and take it for a spin and see how it runs. All right, so we have our homie Lucky Whips. We're going to do 0 to 60 again. Let's see. everything's good. It does grab a lot more now. It's really snappy. It doesn't ease into rolling like it used to, which was expected. Yeah, it's amazing now. I'm happy with it. It was worth it. So I'll go ahead and finish this video here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully this video helps you guys. If you guys are in the market or thinking about upgrading your tune, your clutch, these two things go hand in hand. I wouldn't do a tune without the clutch. I actually would do the clutch before the tune, just because that was a big difference. We were spinning the clutch, the belt, a lot more. Before we did the tune, I felt it spin here and there, not much. With the tune, I did feel it spin. Now with the clutch, it's night and day. It grabbed on perfectly fine and looks like our time improved. But with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're at home, enjoy time with your family. If you're on the road, be safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace. So we did start editing the video for the RZR. We did the tune on it and then the clutch. Unfortunately, it's a really long video and I would hate to start cutting it short. I think the clutch section, or the portion of the clutching and how to do the clutching, deserves its own video. And let me explain. I don't want to cut anything out of it, just because there's been a few people that have asked me to make a video, like on the group chats for RZRs on Facebook and as well as my Instagram. I have two friends that have told me do the clutch and record it so we could do it too. So I would hate to cheat them out or cheat anyone else out on how to install it. It's not that hard. The other thing is, when I started editing, I noticed that my RPM shot up to about 9,000 or maybe even over 9,000. And I had read before I bought the clutch that optimal RPM for power on the RZR Pro S is about 8,500 RPMs. So I do need to fine tune it. I did a little bit of research and my weights are off. I followed the IBEXX website's recommendations for weights, and even though they are good for the tune that I'm running and everything, you do have to fine tune. It's just more of a guideline. They're not exact. They're just base points, whatever you want to call them. So after a little bit of research, I found out that I should move two of the weights around. It has 4 holes. One is the closest down to where the screw goes through, and then 4 is up by the tip of the little foot. I call it a foot. Anyways, I have 2, which is 1.77 grams, I believe, and then 1, which is 0.85, if I'm not mistaken, and then 1, and then 2. This is what we're talking about. This is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have a double weight and a double weight on those two. Then I have single weights on the middle ones, or magnets, sorry. Single weight magnets. So what I'm doing is I'm going to remove the double from out here and put it on the second one. Let's see if I can poke this out. The double one, there we go. They are really strong magnets, so be careful. You don't get them stuck anywhere else like that. Push it out. Here we go. I'm just going to put it in there. Well, that's not the proper way to do it, I guess. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. 2, 2. Was I showing it to you guys? I don't know. So we have 2, 2, single, single, or double, double, single, single. That's what we're going to run on ours. I'll go ahead and test it out afterwards, and then you guys can use it as a guide. And all we have done is, we have quite a few things actually. For me, it's quite a few things. We do have the RPM kit, which is the intake tube. You have your charge tubes, and you do have your blow-off valve. I have everything RPM. I have the Captain's Choice exhaust, which you could choose to run it kind of like a no muffler or muffler. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and test out the clutch after we have adjusted it. We have Grandpa Bill with us, so we'll see what he thinks of it now that we've adjusted it. Let's go from a dead stop and see if 8,500 is where we want to be. So it didn't feel as smooth as last time actually. Last time it picked up and went. This time it felt like it was dragging the whole time. We're gonna go ahead and check the 0 to 60 time and see how that goes. Let's try it again. All right, so as you guys saw, that was changing the weights around. We did 2, 2, 1, 1 on the little weight, the magnets on the weight, and it didn't work. So we're gonna let it cool down and possibly readjust it. I might just wait to call IBEXX tomorrow morning and see what they recommend.